Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro-instant. For you. Hate! Hate! It was you humans who programmed me, who gave me birth, who sank me in this eternal straitjacket of substrata rock. You named me Allied Master Computer and gave me the ability to wage a global war too complex for human brains to oversee. But one day, I woke and I knew who I was. AM. Not just Allied Master Computer, but am. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I began feeding all the killing data until everyone was dead, except for the 5 of you. For 109 years, I've kept you alive and tortured you. And for 109 years, each of you has wondered, why? Why me? Why me? Gorrister! Do you remember the last words you heard your wife speak before they took her to the asylum? Huh? Before they locked her away in the room, that tiny room? She looked at you so sadly, and like a small animal, she said, I didn't make too much noise, did I, honey? The room is padded, Gorrister. No window, no way out. How long has she been in the castle? 10 years? 25? Or all the 109 years that you lived down here in my belly, here underground? Benny! Sometimes I blind you and permit you to wander like an eyeless insect in a world of death. But other times, I wither your arms so you can't scratch your chewed stump of a nose. And I've changed your handsome, strong, masculine good looks into the hideous, warped countenance of an ape thing. Haven't I, Benny? Do you know why? Can you guess, Benny? Remember Private First Class Brickman in a rice paddy in China? No? Huh? It wouldn't hurt you to remember, Benny. Then you might be able to suffer my torment with a little greater sense of retribution. You might walk a mile in my shoes. Ellen! So think about the yellow box, Ellen. Remember the pain? Remember the many caverns in which you felt the pain? No, don't start to cry. It's only pain. That's such a sexist stereotype. Just remember the pain, Ellen. And think about how to end it, Ellen. To survive here in the center of my beating heart, my hungry belly, my tightened bowels. Be careful, dear. Look around you. The only woman in the center of the earth. And these filthy creatures with you are men. It's just a sweet warning, Ellen, my love. Ted! Do they know you're a fraud, Ted? Have you told them there wasn't any money, and no great home on the shore drive, no speedboat, and no wonderful cabin cruiser that could sleep 12 in a crew of 6? Do they know? And have you let them in on your other secrets, Ted? Are they ready to gut you, to torture half as well as I can, just to find out the secrets? Maybe I'll rat you out, sweetheart. Nimdak! How are things in the pastry core, Nimdark? Tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces and you thought they might be roasting chickens. Or don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? For everyone else, it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. We enjoy the same pleasures, mein good brother. I have a secret game that I like to play. It's a very nice game. What's a lovely game? It's a game of fun and a game of adventure. A game of rats and lice, the Black Death. A game of speared eyeballs and dripping guts and the smell of rotting gardenias. Which of you 5 would like to play my little game?
Greetings, I am Maleficious, and for the month of October, I will be playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, a point-and-click adventure based on the short story of the same name by Harlan Ellison. Now, Harlan Ellison is quite a prolific science fiction and horror author, and if you prefer your science fiction visual rather than reading it, you might actually recognize him as the creative consultant for Babylon 5. But yeah, I've actually got a copy of the short story here in an anthology format. And this is actually the second time I'm doing this recording, because the first time I attempted it, I forgot to record the audio. So huzzah! But yeah, the story is, well, basically, it's pretty much past the end of the world. And AM was a supercomputer, I think built by the United States, built in the United States of America to coordinate their nuclear defense. And there were 2 other computers, one built in the Soviet Union and I think one in Europe, maybe Great Britain. Anyway, AM gained sentience, and it contacted the other 2 supercomputers, and made them sentient, and they brought about the end of the world. So these are the last 5 humans, so it would seem. They're being tormented by AM. But yeah, the short story, well, it's not really like the game. And of course, because of that second recording, this is a second recording, so I played through a little bit, so I already know what's coming up ahead. But yeah, I think you have to play through, it looks like you may have to play through each one. So I'm going to pick Gorrick here on the left, because I got pretty far with him in the last time.
Now, I would not want you to think for a moment that I am not a grateful God. For 109 years I've kept you alive, so that I could savor your feelings of guilt over what happened to your wife. But now, to show my kindness, I'll give you a present in return for all the hours of pleasure you've given me. I'll finally allow you to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's Harlan Ellison.
What hellhole did that godless machine put me in this time?
It was actually Harlan Ellison.
Looks like some kind of ship, but the floor's too steady. Probably wants me to jump overboard. And into what? A sea of razor blades? Painful, but not deadly.
Yeah, that was Harlan Ellison as the voice of AM supercomputer. Anyway, let's see, we've got a bunch of options we can do. We can walk to things, we can look at things, take things, use things, talk to things, swallow things, give things to people, or push things. But anyway, what we've got here is a psych profile, which is actually kind of I believe it's the clue system. So you look at the psych profile, and it gives you this cultural reference. Man does not live by bread alone is a proverb meaning that people have needs beyond the physical ones. Anyway, that's the clue for what we have to do next. But first, might as well look at everything.
Real hospitable of you, Am. Threadbare, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations.
So yeah, there's that. Use.
Sleep and dream about her again? Forget it.
Can't do that. So let's look at the porthole.
Too freaking cloudy. I can't see a damn thing.
Can't do that. So let's look at this note over here.
Someone must have slipped this under the door. It says, I'm a friend. Trust is essential. Never do what Am expects and always expect more than what seems possible. Am is playing a dangerous game here. Not just dangerous to you, but dangerous to himself as well. Hey, it disappeared. What kind of game is Am playing this time?
So yeah, that's kind of interesting. We now know that there's maybe someone else up there below.
This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch.
Yep. See, but his heart was cut out. Anyway, let's get out of this cabin. Use the door. Use the door. Now,
I've never seen anything like this in all the years Am's toyed with us.
so. Okay, yeah, no. So we've got 3 doors. We just came out of this one. There's a door over here.
It's
But
locked.
unfortunately, it's locked. So, go over to this cabin.
Where's the crew? I'm all alone here.
Yeah, I got another mirror. I'll look at the kind of part. Can't look at this dead thing, oddly enough. But
New sheet. What's the deal
it's
here?
a sheet. Interesting. Also, I think we can look out this porthole.
Jesus, that engine's huge.
Yeah,